interests? If so, if Councillor Cheadle has arrived.
We are now at full membership for the purpose of streaming. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
So I'll start again. So if you've got any declarations of interest, if you can put them in the chat box, please, in the same way as we do for full council, I'd appreciate it. Go straight into item 1, minutes of the last panel meeting held on the 21st of February 2020. Does anybody have, well, I was going to say it's the first time that we've all attended, or more or less all of us have attended 2 years running. So those who were at that meeting, if you're happy that that's a true reflection of that meeting. If not, if you can say so in the chat box.
There's nobody typing, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Item 2, apologies for absence. None, because we've got a full house.
That's correct, Mr. Mayor.
I did declaration of interest early, so we'll go over that one. Item 4, urgent items. As far as I know, we don't have any.
That's correct, Mr. Mayor. We have none.
I wish I could get my little arrow to go where I want it to. Excuse me for a second. It's clear the tubes there. So we go on to item 5, council tax resolution 2021-22. These can be found between pages 5 and 22. So,
I believe Mrs. Ending and Mrs. Henstock are going to present the report, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. So,
good morning. Yes, I'll present the report this morning. This is the formal council tax resolutions for the year 21-22, and includes precepts from the county, the police and fire, as well as the West Devon precept amount and amounts for all of the towns and parishes within West Devon. If I can draw members' attention to page 9, there's a table there which shows the comparative of the Band D average council tax for 21-22 as compared with 1920-21. And we can see there an increase of £99.71 on the average Band D council tax. The West Devon increase is £5. As members will be aware, we were given the option of an increase of just under 2% or £5, whichever was the larger, and we voted for 5%. Sorry, for £5. The appendices to the report show the tax base for each parish. There's an info sheet which shows precepts and tax bases and Band D equivalents for all parishes within West Devon, which may be of interest to you. And there are various calculations within the appendices, which I can go through if you'd like me to. Otherwise, any questions really?
First of all, does anybody want that section gone through first? No? So any questions? Councillor Cheadle.
Yeah, it's a quick one, and it just exposes my lack of knowledge. But when the Police and Crime Commissioner agrees the increase for that section of the tax base, is that done in any sense publicly, or does someone just decide what it should be, and that's what it is?
I can jump in here, Councillor Cheadle. So I sit on the Police and Crime Commissioner Board. So we met about 2 weeks ago to agree the precept, which is a public meeting.
Right, and did the public actually take part in it?
It was live streamed. I'm not aware that any of the public actually attended that meeting, but I can forward you the notes to that if you would like that, Councillor Cheadle.
No, not really. I mean, I was just curious to know whether, whether there was a public discourse about that increase, because it's a reasonably sizable increase, or whether it just went through on the nod. And I assume it went through on the nod.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
I can give a report on that. I'll do that within the next week. That's fine.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Nothing in the box. So if we go back to the recommendations, sorry, I can't see. Oops, lost you. This is
Sorry.
Endon.
Dean, that's it. Yep.
Yes, would you like to take us through these? Or I should ask, I suppose, the committee, do you want to go through these one at a time to make it very clear? Because we've got quite a few here, quite a few recommendations. Or would you like to just take it on block? No comments? On block? I'll
Happy
take
for that.
nods of heads if you like.
I'm happy to take it on block. We've discussed it at council.
Okay. So if we can have a proposer and seconder for this, please.
Mr. Mayor, I'm very happy to propose the recommendation.
Thank you. And a second, please.
I'm happy to second that.
I'm happy
Mr.
to
Mayor.
second.
Sorry, Councillor Sam, you've got slightly first. Right, debate. Any debate at all? No?
Councillor Cheadle has, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, just Councillor Chief.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. It's a comment I've made before and sort of do every year, is that it'll be important, I think, for us to do what we can to explain this council tax rise to the people that are obliged to pay it. And as others have made clear earlier, it's often mistaken that, in a sense, West Devon Borough Council are the baddies here. And in fact, we're the goodies, if I can put it that way, in terms of the amount of the increase that comes our way. So if we could have a proactive PR piece, that would be useful.
Yes, agreed. Any more debate? Okay. So we go for the vote. Mr. White, do we need an individual vote?
Traditionally, Mr. Mayor, we have done it by exception, but if it is your wish, we can do a name vote for this one. It's entirely up to you.
I think we probably should, as it's virtual.
No
Please.
problem. So, panel members, recommendations 1 to 6 on block. Councillor Cheadle.
4.
Thank you. Councillor Jory.
4.
Thank you. Councillor Leach.
4.
And Councillor Samuel.
4.
Thank you, members. That is therefore 4 and unanimous for parts 1 to 6 of the recommendation, which is therefore carried. Thank you, members.
Okay, thank you very much. And that brings us, hopefully, to, unless I've missed something, again to the end of this formal meeting, where we may have broken some records. We'll see. So thank you. I see Councillor Hipps just joined us, and Councillor Daniel has just joined us, just in time to say thank you very much for joining